Excel Tutorial 11, pages 680 through 688. Retrieving data with Microsoft Query. All right, we're going to be using SQL Structured Query Language. You definitely need to read about that on page 680 because the majority of you probably don't know what it is. So take a look at 680 and read that before we start. Okay, to start the Microsoft Query Wizard, first of all, obviously we should still be in the Chalcedony funds, okay? Go to the portfolio worksheet. 3. On the ribbon, click the Data tab. In the Get External Data group, click From Other Sources. Get External Data from Other Sources. Select From Microsoft Query. From Microsoft Query, very last one. Okay, the Choose Data Source dialog box opens. See Figure 11-19. Connecting to a data source on the top of page 681. Read that really brief little paragraph there so you know what we're doing. All right, to connect to an Access data source, number 1, click MS Access Database in the list of data sources. See it right there? MS Access Database. Verify that the Use the Query Wizard to create and edit queries checkbox is checked. Use the Query Wizard right there. The check mark is on. And then click the OK button. Now, you're going to have to navigate to wherever you have your files for your homework. Okay, so just go navigate to your homework files. It's going to take, boy, this thing was slow. Okay, so go find it. Remember, mine is anywhere near what yours is, so just go hunt it down. Okay. Now, once you find it and you dig all the way through Excel 11's tutorial, there's only one Access file in there, and the computer will find it and pop the name right over there. Okay? All right, once you've found it, and take your time, go through it, make sure you have the right file. It does take a minute to, start again and dig through all your directories to get it, but that's fine. Just go find it. All right, when you have it, move on to step 4, which is click the OK button. You see it says connecting to the data source. And it's just going to do that while we wait for it. And it's going to open that Query Wizard any minute now. Okay, maybe I'll pause this while it does that. Okay, it took mine a minute, but it finally connected. All right, choosing tables and fields. To view a list of fields in the company table. In the Available Tables and Columns box, okay, so it says right here, Available Tables and Columns, right? Click the Expand button. The Expand buttons are these plus signs next to Company. There it is. Verify the columns or fields in the company table are displayed in the Available Tables and Columns list box. Flip over to the next page and you will see Figure 11-21. Okay, and you can see it looks just like this, right? Okay, go ahead and read the little paragraph right there. To select the fields to include in the query. Number 1, click the ticker symbol. Okay, so you can see right there where it says ticker symbol, right? Then click the Select Field button to move ticker symbol over into the columns in your query, and that is it right there. So go ahead and click, and you'll see that ticker symbol jump from here over to columns in your query. Okay? In the Available Tables and Columns box, which is right here, double-click Title. So double-clicking does the same thing as single-click and then hit that button. And then double-click Portfolio Percent right there. These fields now appear in the columns in your query box. Note that the order of the fields are listed in the order that they are retrieved and displayed within the workbook. You can reorder the fields if needed. Okay? Click the Expand button next to the Long-Term Performance. Okay? Long-Term Performance is right here. double click year high and then year low. Year high, year low. Okay, look at figure 11-22 and ensure that you have the exact same columns in your query as they do. So ticker symbol, title, portfolio percent, year high, year low. Okay, doing good so far? Move over to 683 and read about filtering and sorting data. All right, to add a query to the filter, click the next button to go to the query wizard. Okay, so all we're doing right here is clicking next. Okay, and look, it says query wizard filter data. In the column to filter box, here's column to filter. Click portfolio percent, and then press the tab key. In the only include rows where section, okay, only include rows where in portfolio percent, okay, so we're going to put some sort of filter on here, right? So we're going to hit this down pointing arrow, and we want to select is greater than or equal to. Is greater than or equal to, right there. Okay. It says to press the tab key, but I don't know about you, but I'm already there. So that always makes me nervous when they tell me to do something that isn't there. Because right here in this next box, we want to type 0.07. 0.07. Okay, so it says only include rows where portfolio percent is greater than or equal to 0.07. Okay, and now we just want to click the next button. Turn your page. On the top of page 684, to sort the data in the query, click the sort by arrow. So it says sort by, hit that down pointing arrow, and then click portfolio percent. Okay. 2. Click the descending option button to sort the values from the highest percentage to the lowest. Descending. Now take a look at figure 11-24 and make sure that your screen matches theirs exactly. And when you have that all set, go ahead and click Next. All right, to import the query data into an Excel table, make sure the Return Data to Microsoft Excel option button is selected. Okay, Return Data to Microsoft Excel, that radio button is selected. And then when you're sure that button is selected, click the Finish button. All right, the Import Data dialog box opens so you can select where to insert the imported data. Step number 2 is in bright yellow, so we're going to be very careful with it, and we're going to read the little yellow box as well, right? Verify that the Table option button is selected. Okay, Table is selected, so the data is stored as an Excel table. Step number 3, click cell A4 in the portfolio worksheet to specify the location to create the Excel table. See figure 11-25. Okay, yeah, I'm going to be really careful right here. This is a big deal. You have to get this right. So look at figure 11-25. I'm checking mine, you check yours, make sure it looks exactly the same, and we're not missing anything, and it's all good. When you're all set and you're sure it's right, go ahead and click OK. The data from the query is imported into the portfolio worksheet at cell A4, which is where it started. In the range C5 to C13, okay, C5 to C13, format the data using the percentages format with 2 decimal places. Okay. Percentage, oops, increase 2. Okay, got that? And then in the range D5 to E13, D5 to E13, format the data using the number format. Okay, which one is the number format? Do you remember? If you don't, we're just going to right click and we're going to go Format Cells. We're going to switch it to number and we're going to hit OK. Did it tell me decimal places? Nope, we're good. Okay, select cell A4. Take a look at figure 11-26. Make sure that your screen looks just like the one in 11-26. And when it does, this sounds like a good time to click Save to me. We've done quite a bit of work. And then we're just going to flip the page, read about editing a query. Okay, and again, if you're not familiar with databases and queries, you need to be reading every word of this. When you have that read, we're going to go on to edit the query. Step number 1. On the Data tab, in the Connections group, click the Connections button. The Workbook Connections dialog box opens. Step 2. Click the Query from MS Access Database Connection, and then click the Properties button. The Connection Properties dialog box opens. Step number 3. Click the Definition tab. From this tab, you can view the current definition of the Chalcedony portfolio query. You can also edit the query. Step number 4. Click the Edit Query button. Okay, do you see it? Right there. The Query Wizard Choose Column dialog box reopens. Step number 5. In the Available Tables and Column box, click the Expand button next to the company table. Right there. Double-click the Category field. Okay, I think popped right over, didn't it? Click the Next button. Select Portfolio percent from the list of fields. Click the first box arrow in the Only Include Rows Where box. Okay, Only Include Rows Where, there's the box, there's the arrow. Kind of weird wording, but that's what they're looking for. And then select the blank entry at the top. The portfolio percent filter has been removed. Click the Next button. Click the Sort By arrow. Click Category. And then click Ascending. Okay, got all that? Step 10. Click the Then By arrow. Click Portfolio percent. And then click the Descending option. So first, sort by category in ascending order, then by portfolio percent in descending order. All right. Move on to 687, step number 11. Click Next and then Finish. Next and then Finish. Right over here in our Connections Properties, you're going to go ahead and click OK. And then right here, you're going to click Close. All right, that is going pretty easily, right? So take a look at figure 11-28, and you can see the revised portfolio table. Compare theirs to yours. Okay, make sure it looks the same. Then read the bottom of page 687. Flip over to 688 to rename the table. Okay, on the ribbon, click the Table Tools Design tab. In the Properties group, click the table name. Okay, type portfolio _ table. Remember, there can't be any spaces. I can't spell. Portfolio _ capital T for table. All right, quick check of your spelling. Portfolio table. And remember, you always have to press your Enter key to make Excel accept that. Okay? So you just named this table Portfolio Table. To edit the properties of the connection to the Chalcedony database, I am so glad they named it Chalcedony. It's such a simple, easy word. My goodness. All right, number 1, on the ribbon. All right, Data tab, please. In the Connections group, click the Connections button. Step 2, click Query from the MS Access Database. And then click the Properties button. In the Connection Name box, Connection Name, we are going to rename this Chalcedony Portfolio Query. Okay. In the description box, which is right there, We've got quite a long description. Go ahead and type that in. Where is it? Doc data imported from the Chalcedony database using Microsoft Query, and a quick check of the spelling always. Okay, looks good. Click the Refresh Data when opening the file checkbox to insert a check mark. Okay, refresh data when opening the file. Right there. Click OK. Click Close. And you are ready to save and move on to your next video.